wanted to talk a little bit about Sean Clifford, and he's going into his fourth start against Ohio State. Through three starts, he's 63 of 99, four touchdowns, two picks, 713 yards. Most of those coming last year when he threw for 361 on 52 attempts, because Penn State also had 1.14 yards per carry on the ground, 29 carries for 33 yards. Ohio State has sacked him 10 times. And, it's been a minute since Ohio State has had a consistent pass rush. And they sacked him four times last year. They sacked him five times in 2020, and then one time in 19. I think that, I think that a lot of people look at, well, Clifford is a 60-year quarterback, so therefore, he's got to be great, and the old wily veteran, and we're only a couple weeks removed from people wanting to see Drew Aller out there and not Sean Clifford. So, and we're not that far removed from people saying, well, why did Mitchell Tinsley even transfer from Western Kentucky to Penn State? He wasn't being utilized. You look at the Minnesota game, most of the success were like seam passes to the tight ends, to Brenton Strange and some of the other tight ends. And that's where, obviously we're going to remember the great Parker Washington catch, the little one-handed kind of over the shoulder catch. But, I think the real differentiation point for this team is going to be what Katron Allen and Nick Singleton are going to be able to do, because in the last five meetings, there's only been one game where Penn State has had more than 3 yards per carry, and that was the 2018 game where they ran for 206. But in the other four games, they haven't broken the 100-yard mark. So, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I would echo a lot of those same sentiments. I think that Clifford is a veteran player, and I think that the Michigan game got away from them, obviously, and there were people calling for his job, to be replaced by Aller after that game. The first half of that game, they were terrible, and yet they were only down 16-14 at halftime. And then they kick a field goal to go ahead 17-16 to start the second half, and then they just got blitzkrieged after that. Michigan woke up and played some really great football over the final 25 minutes of that game to win it, going away and blowing Penn State out. So, and Clifford was kind of dinged up in that game, and Aller really had no chance, when they put him in there. So, I don't know. As I said, the past history tells us it's going to be a tight one, a good game, a close game. Ohio State is just keep coming back as largely untested, just really hasn't played anybody. That's, only maybe two teams with winning records at this point, with Notre Dame now inching ahead to 4-3 after beating UNLV. And I don't know who the other one is, Toledo, I guess. I don't know. But everybody else is 500 or a game under, so or two under. So, I want to see what they do. Here's Penn State. They played Auburn, and we can crap on Auburn all we want, but they have SEC talent. They have big 310-pound linemen. They have, Penn State's been at war with a big physical team, and they handled that pretty well, pretty easily. So, to discount them, as I say, I think the Michigan game was a little bit of a misnomer, but again, Michigan just kind of played bully ball with them. So I don't know. I'm torn on this one. As I said, I can't come to a consensus. 31-20, 38-20. Stick it somewhere in that range, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm looking at.